Welcome to Mind Matters this Sunday, the 13th of September, 2025. I am excited today because so much is going to be said. It's been a wonderful week for me, and I'm always glad to come here and share with you about mental health. So, Mind Matters is a weekly radio program dedicating to open and honest, engaging conversations about mental health, addiction, and wellness. We provide a safe space where lived experiences meet with professional insights, breaking stigma and inspiring hope. Through real life stories, expert decisions, and interactive segments, Mind Matters helps listeners understand the realities of mental health challenges while highlighting pathways to recovery and resilience. Each episode features new guests ranging from survivors, like we have one with us this morning, two of them actually, me the host and my guest, and counselors whom we've had on the show before and many to come, community leaders, and other people relevant to the mental health world, ensuring that you, the listener, hears both personal and professional perspective, even social and communal perspectives. So our program is built on awareness, empathy, and action. We shine a light on the hidden struggles of addiction and mental health. We challenge stigma by humanizing every story, and we connect to listeners' knowledge, resources. We connect listeners to knowledge, resources, and community support. So the heart of Mind Matters is more than just a radio program. It's a movement for compassion, wellness, and change. Real stories and real solutions. I hope you all had a wonderful week and are ready for the week ahead. At this point, I want to introduce my guest.
Mind Matters, the weekly check-in with Bill Bekunda on Stream UT Radio. Your life, your music.
Yes, and my guest today.
Yes, my name is Pamela, Kangwagye patience, and I'm a recovering addict, substance use. I was a victim of substance use disorder. And I'm also the CEO and founder of Sunflower Meadows Care.
Yes, CEO, Madam CEO.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a long journey.
Yes.
I don't think you woke up one day and decided, let me just open up, Sunflower Meadows.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit modern for me. I'm still old school.
I know.
I believe in Kangwagye and family associates and advocate.
Yes.
So anyhow, Pamela.
Yes.
I know you. We have been in the same circles for a while. I won't say we're in the same school era because they might think you're as old as me, yet yes. But having you here, first and foremost, I'm very delighted and thrilled because I know that you have a lot to contribute to the nation and the world at large. You may look at it like, we are just in a small space here in Kampala, but it's beyond that, you know, because very few people come out to actually acknowledge they had a problem, be open about it, and share about it. There's a lot of fear that we shall be judged, and yet you are here, a female at that, one of the few that come out and say these things. Before you even introduce yourself further, what made you come out boldly?
This addiction, first of all, thank you very much for this opportunity.
You're welcome.
I'm really, really, really excited.
Yes.
And grateful to be able to give out this information for anybody who is still suffering from maybe shame or guilt or not understanding what they are going through. Like personally, this addiction is something that gets you when you're not aware.
Yes.
It grows on you and it starts to capture good moments and good qualities that you have. But because of pressures of life and society and family pressures also.
Yes.
You find that you accept the route it is taking you. And by the time you wake up, it's somehow so scary. And
you don't know how you got there.
You don't even know how you got there. You're so scared. First of all, you've burnt so many bridges over the way, thinking that you were on the right track.
Yes.
So going back to look and say that, you know what, I was wrong. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Because also the ego is also telling you that you're the guy. These guys are the wrong ones. You get it?
Very true,
So
yes.
it's a whole mind game. It's like a whole party, a disorderly party
Yes,
in
in your head.
There's no one who's keeping order. The music is out of the way. Bulls, people are vomiting. People are what? Everything is disaster in the mind. So for me, I couldn't stand it anymore.
Yes.
And my last straw was when family had totally said, you know what?
We are tired.
We are tired. We've tried. Because I was someone who went to rehab a couple of times. Yeah, I'm not this first time got it. I'm now Kawa.
You're the one. Yes.
I know there were a couple of relapses.
Yes.
And serious relapses because of the shame and guilt. It kept me there for some quality time. And then after, of course, family comes back and picks you up and says, you know what, let's try again.
Let's try again. And again.
Yes, and again and again. It's a never-ending story.
We are going to get to that because, it's very important that people know where you are reached right now. And I myself, I see your journey and I'm like, she's one of the great minds we are going to have in this field. And I see when I post you, it's amazing the response I get. It's like everybody knows Pam. Is that Miss Pam? I'm like, yeah, she's the one. How is she? And I think your story hasn't yet gotten out enough. But with your organization right now, I'm sure you're going to put in 100% more effort in getting it out there.
Yes, of course.
And this is one of the ways in which we are starting to get this voice out. So now we are going to do a little bit of a rewind.
Yes.
We want to go to the beginning. The beginning, many people don't understand. People don't understand that addiction happens. They think you decided to misbehave and put yourself into that position. And so our stories gradually get us to the point of how it happened. What are your earliest memories as Pamela?
My earliest memories were Guild Canteen.
No, earliest as in as a child.
Earliest
Yes.
memories.
Do you remember going to school?
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
Very vaguely. I remember mostly, let me give you a small background of how I grew up. I grew up, we were always traveling.
Okay.
Our family, my dad was in the foreign service, so we were always traveling to different countries. So whenever I would, and I was the last born that time, before my small sister was born.
Okay.
So whenever I would get well acquainted with a place,
You're moving.
would be moving. So I had that thing of not keeping attachments.
Okay.
I had that thing of not keeping attachments. So I was always within family. So we were tightly knit. We always grew together. We never really had so many external relatives within our family setting.
Yes.
So until we came to Uganda.
Okay.
Until when we settled in Uganda now, I went to Buganda Road Primary School, and from Buganda Road Primary School, I started to get to know different kinds of people. And my social circles started growing.
Okay.
But remember, I didn't have that ability to attach. So I was...
Well, how old were you then? What class was that?
I was in P3.
P3.
I was in P3.
Okay.
So I didn't have that ability to attach emotion to situations. So it became a bit of a struggle for me to get to trust, first of all, these people, because I didn't know if I was even going to stay with them for long. And that it was a whole confusion of growing up.
Yes.
So, of course, when you're in that kind of state of mind, whenever you're with people, you're always feeling you're lonely. Like you don't belong. you actually are not there.
Okay.
So I didn't feel myself. I was very insecure. I had low self-esteem, serious low self-esteem.
Okay.
And I just didn't feel like I was like the others.
All right.
I felt like I was always trying to please.
You are trying to please people.
I was trying to please people. I was trying to be that person everybody expected me to be.
Okay.
So I never knew who I was for the longest time. So, of course, alcohol. I started with alcohol.
Okay. In P3?
No, not in P3. I went to school, finished P7. I went to Taiba High.
Okay.
When I went to Taiba High School, Senior 1 to Senior 4 is when in Senior 4 I met some friends and we started hanging out.
Okay.
Like
that's
now
in
real
Taiba.
Real mature hanging out.
Yes.
Mature hanging out whereby you can go out to a place, they're not bouncing you because, Kampala those days used to have like a strict 18.
Underage 18 rule, yes.
Yeah, they had a strict underage 18. When we were growing up, by the way, 18-year-olds didn't have access to alcohol.
Yes.
It's only when you became like at campus is when freedom now really
came in, yeah.
But before, and these days it's so different.
Yeah, it is.
Because now you see a certain boy of 11 years old all lit up and you wonder how he got the
They even
booze.
buy it from the shops and pharmacies directly.
But us, we never used to do that.
Yes.
So anyway, for me, my alcoholism manifested now when I was at campus in my energetic years.
Yes.
Because now that's when it became apparent.
So in Senior 4, it was just hanging out.
It was just hanging out, trying to keep up. You don't want boys to judge you. You don't want boys to have a perception of you.
Yes.
That you're loose or how can you drink. So there was a lot of social etiquette when I was growing up.
Okay.
There's a way we used to take ourselves.
Yes.
And we were pretentious anyway, because at the end it all came out.
It all came out, yes, eventually.
Eventually the truth that she likes drinking,
Yes.
it all came out. But in the beginning, I was thinking I could control it.
Yes.
I could control
So
the urge.
your first drink was, how did it come about? How did you partake of it?
It was the school what? The school cook.
Uh-huh.
The school cook somehow used to have waraji, local brew, around him.
Okay.
So we saw a weak link in the school and we realized that we can send this guy with our pocket money and he can bring for us something on
Senior
Friday.
4 still?
Yes.
Okay.
Senior 4. Can bring for us something before exams, by the way.
Yes.
Can bring for us something so that when we finish our exams, we celebrate in school and say bye to our friends.
Okay.
So we sent him for a Malibu. Of course, we were found out.
How did you choose the drink?
There was a girl who was internationally.
She was already in the system.
She had an international taste to things. Yeah, so she told us Malibu doesn't smell. It smells like coconut. It's nice drink. What?
So you followed her lead.
Yeah,
basically.
that was the very first time I saw Malibu.
Uh-huh.
But remember, I grew up with, my dad was in foreign service, so he always used to host guests around.
Yes.
So I used to see liquors around, but it never used to register with me until now this Malibu came.
Okay.
Because I had seen the bottle, I think, before, but I hadn't yet known it was called Malibu.
Yes.
So we drank that Malibu. We started making so much noise in the dormitory. So the teacher on duty comes in. We are drunk. Girls are vomiting. Of course, they call us the next day to the headmistress's office and tell us that we're going to do our exams from out. Because that time, that was the punishment for...
Your first time to drink?
And they're telling me that...
and you've gotten a punishment for it already?
Yeah.
Very bad signs.
I know. But did I think that way?
True.
So,
yes.
Getting in touch with, of course, parents. My dad wasn't around, so it was my mom with me and my sisters, and everybody was just like...
in shock?
Of course, they were confused. They were first of all confused, is this girl going to sit her exams? And another thing, everyone was like, why would they drink?
Why
would they drink?
Young, pretty girls from good families.
And of course, blamed the school.
They blamed the school.
Of course, they blamed the school.
Okay.
They couldn't blame us
Yes.
for the loophole, which I think today parents need to know that we take responsibility.
Yes.
We have some kind of, there's no two-way, there's no only one way to the coin.
Yes.
There are always two sides of the coin, and if they take time to listen, maybe they can salvage a long-term problem
that was brewing, that is coming up.
Although we fear you at that point to tell you the truth, but the evidence was really there.
Okay.
The evidence was really there, but I guess you don't want to wish the worst for your child.
As a parent, you don't. Yes.
You always want to think that, no, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. So I finished my exams, and when I finished my exams, I'm a good person, no drinking. I had now tested my problem, and I had now known that it is.
So you stayed away from it now?
I stayed away from it, but with mindset, in my mind, I kept saying that, you know what?
That's a nice feeling.
I'm going to reserve. I had a reservation saying that when I get my own money and I'm out of this house, I will go back to that feeling.
Okay.
So it stayed with me.
Yes.
So that's the funny thing with addiction. You touch it the first time and it leaves you alone, but it's progressing in your mind. It's always reminding you. Remember that feeling.
Yes.
Remember when you were stressed and you took that thing and it helped you, but you don't have access to it.
Yes.
But the day that you have that reservation awakened is the day you find that this thing has always been with me.
It's not easy, as we call it.
No, it's not.
So here you are, you keep that memory in your mind. You go to senior 5. Everything seems to be going well.
Yes. Until senior 5, third term.
Okay.
Again, we sent the what? The askari.
Now it's an askari.
Yes, now I was in Zambia Girls.
Okay.
Because I now finished senior 4, I changed school. Remember those days, sometimes you could change. Sometimes you don't go back to the former school you're in.
Yes.
So I changed school. I went to Zambia Girls, all girls school again. I start making new friends again. And then, of course, when we're almost going to sit for our senior 6, same story. We send different girls, but Pamela is the constant there.
Okay.
So we send the askari. I tell them that we can send the askari.
Are you the one who came up with the suggestion?
Because I had done it before.
You had the experience from Taiba, yes.
But I didn't tell them the consequences.
Okay.
Because remember, my parents covered up for me, so I didn't feel the consequences of my actions at that time.
Yes.
I just thought, the school is the one which is to blame. Because that's what...
That's the narrative that everyone came up with.
Yes, and I went with it.
Yes.
So I didn't take responsibility for my actions.
Young, innocent teenage girl.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now I come to Zambia Girls, same story, same thing. Only now is when I can acknowledge that it was a mimic of my me trying to find this thing that made me feel the way I wanted.
Yes.
Because clearly, it was not my doing.
Yes.
It wasn't my doing, because someone like me now knows that I should have stopped there
and then.
And forgotten about it.
Yes.
But it kept in my memory, meaning I can now find another loophole in another school, do the exact same thing.
Yes.
Expecting different results. But can you imagine, they found out and they expelled us.
In senior 5? In
senior 5, going to senior
6.
So I had to go to Makerere High. My mom comes and picks me. I go to Makerere High.
What did she say? Because now this is the second time.
Same story.
The school.
And friends.
Bambi. So there you are, and you also accepted that, yes, it's not me, this school.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. So I told them it isn't me, it's the school.
You are defending yourself, definitely.
Of course. And also the drug.
Yes, and also the drug.
Because at home, I can't tell them that it's alcohol. They'll tell me, but everybody home drinks.
Yes.
How come for you it has these consequences?
Yes.
So, of course, the alcohol was covered.
Okay.
I was also covered. So, I didn't...
So, it was the schools now. So, you went to look for a better school.
I went to Mark High. Into the center of now boozylicious.
I remember it those days.
Oh my goodness.
You are a day scholar?
A day scholar. I was sleeping in the hostel outside.
You have been expelled for drinking.
Yes.
They have now released you from home and put you in a hostel in a city school.
Yeah. To finish, because it was the only school getting people in the middle of the term.
Yes.
I think because when I entered there, everybody had been expelled for.
Oh, it was like a gathering of lumpens.
Yeah.
Sorry for using that language, but yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
You talk to this one, he tells you that, man, me, I was in SMAC, they chucked me.
Yeah.
This one, I was in Budo, they took 5 of us, they found us smoking. This one, so it was a school full of people who had done things in the middle of the term, and now we're told to find somewhere else to sit their exams.
Yes.
So we were a group of people. Up to today, I still meet those guys. Some of them are alcoholics. Some of them are not. Some of them are still struggling with trying to balance life. But we're all there.
Wherever we are, we are there.
Some of them have passed on. So yeah. So that was now the hub.
So now Mark High.
That's the hub.
You're in a hostel. How often would you drink now?
Every evening. Because there was a depot under our hostel.
Under the hostel, you are living on top of booze.
Yes, we were there. So you just walk downstairs, pick, and come back upstairs like that. So yeah.
And then you managed to finish your senior 6?
Yes, I finished my senior 6.
And during the holidays, when you'd go back home, how would you cope with the drinking?
Because now remember that time I was like, I'm a candidate student.
Yes.
So going back for holidays would be very limited. It would be like maybe a weekend, then I'd have to go back.
Yes.
I would say that I have to go back and read. I have to go back and read. And now when I was in that Mark High, I never went back home for holidays.
So you just stayed there drinking until you finished your senior 6?
Yeah.
Then you go home?
Then I go home.
Then tell us the story now.
Now when I go home, I get a job in Simba Telecom.
As a vacist?
Yes, as a senior 6 vacist.
Okay.
So waiting for my results for Makere. So I stayed there, and then the office parties. Now I'm brought into another world altogether.
Okay, corporate world.
Corporate world where people, some are responsible while drinking, others are not responsible, but everybody's taking care of themselves.
Yes.
And to some point, I had no training to be
Here
in that
you are,
setting.
you've jumped from senior 6.
All that trouble I've been causing, without realizing.
And now you've been given money, a job, kind of status for that age.
Yes, status.
You're a beautiful young lady.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yes.
And everybody's there. Everyone has to take care of themselves.
So you start living the life.
It became, now there, of course, adults drink. That's the truth. Adults drink. And
now you had the permission too.
Yes. And at that point in Uganda, an adult is 21.
18.
But those days it was 21.
Yes,
At home, when they tell you 21, you can
do your thing, yes.
So now I wasn't yet 21. And I had all these consequences in my high school. So all I knew was to drink.
Okay.
To fit in society, I had to drink.
So you were corporate, you were working and drinking with your workmates.
And other people.
Yeah.
Older than me, way older than me. Way older than me. So that's the beginning of...
That is enjoyment now, basically. So when did it start going wrong? Because so far...
When I failed to go to university. When I failed to go to university at that time when everybody was going.
Okay.
I just was like, I'm not yet ready to go to campus.
You decided you didn't want to go?
I say, in my head, of course, I decided in my head, but of course everybody else was still thinking I'm going. So they would take me here. They would take me to Nkumba.
Yes.
I waste it. They take me to another place. I waste it.
So you'd enroll as a student? Yes,
I would enroll as a student. Then after that time, of course, no lectures. I'm not going for lectures. I'm what? And people would wonder,
what's going wrong?
Yeah, why doesn't she want to study? And it was just like, I just couldn't tell them I can't concentrate. My mind was not...
Now there was loss of concentration.
Yeah.
It wasn't that you were being big-headed
No. I just couldn't concentrate, and I couldn't find myself sitting in a class for all those hours. And people are drinking
this
outside
is important.
There.
It's important for people to understand, because we see very many young people who have taken on to drinking or using drugs, and then they're taken to school. And the child doesn't seem to to get it. The child doesn't want it. They don't go to class. And people think they're just being, irresponsible. Maybe you can try and explain it, how it is that you, much as you wanted, you just couldn't concentrate. And that's what kept you away.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm in a place where I can't concentrate and my body is refusing.
It's refusing.
And yet these people are telling me I have to.
Okay.
So it just couldn't connect. So now also me, I would just sit there until they tell me to leave.
Okay.
And then I would leave. And then again,
they put you somewhere else.
Yes. Whenever they would ask me, the funny thing is, whenever they would ask me, they would tell me, "Are you ready now?" And I would be like, "I think I am."
Okay.
But I was never ready.
So you'd say, okay, let's have it like this. You went to the first campus.
Yes.
Which one was that?
Nkumba.
How long were you there for?
I was there for like first semester, first year. Then I left.
Then you decided, you told them, I'm not going back?
No, I just, first of all, there was no coursework, there was no attendance, there was nothing.
You were just present in school.
But I was always drinking, out, parties.
Yes.
So that was it. That was the whole problem I had. Then the next time I go to Chambogo, same course, same thing.
Same thing.
Then I now finally went to Makerere and I did BIFA.
Okay.
Now from Makerere, somehow, somewhere I managed to do it.
How did you manage?
At Makerere now, the thing is with Makerere, I think I had reached a level of my alcoholism, whereby now I was like, if I don't focus on something, and it was in the evening, and it was a talent I had. So I concentrated on just doing and socializing. And most of the classmates were drinking while studying. So it was...
So you were moving together?
Yeah, we were moving together. So someone would be like, hey, don't drink today. So we would have brothers keepers in the whole thing.
Yes.
So I managed to finish. We all finished.
You survived that one.
I finished. So I was like, okay, fine. That's at least that. So I could take that one home now.
Yes.
And everybody was like, fine. So I was like, now this is this is that. So I move on.
Okay.
So after moving on, of course, these things continued affecting me, taking drugs. Now I upgraded.
You upgraded. So now you have finished campus. Because you see, you have all the information. I'm done to segment it now for you properly. So you have finished Makerere. And what happened to the job at
Simba Telecom?
At Simba?
Oh, of course, now that was a vacuous job.
Okay, it was a vacuous job. So during this time, you didn't have any job?
No,
you were depending on the parents for money and all that?
Yeah, and friends and stuff like that.
So when you finished campus like this, you go home?
I go home.
And
then now that's when I start now looking for what to do.
Okay, while drinking from home?
Drinking around home. I never drank from home.
Okay.
But around home.
So you'd leave home?
I would walk. There's a Kanyada by Trading Center.
Yes.
Sit there, spend my day there, and then in the evening.
In the evening, you go back home.
And tell them that I've been looking for work.
Religiously. And they would even give you transport and you drink it.
Of course.
I hope mommy and nobody is listening because we are going to be asked for that transport.
That was then. Now I'm a different person. That was totally then.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And they were at peace because they knew you're trying your best.
Yes, of course. Now they knew that part of my life was done with. But I kept a secret.
Okay.
I kept a secret. And that's the problem with us addicts. Keeping secrets causes us a lot of problems.
Yes.
It makes it difficult for us to receive help.
Yes.
Because we are keeping a secret, thinking it's a secret, yet it's evident. Your face is looking, the alcohol, everything is alcohol, the irresponsibility is alcohol, but you think you're keeping a secret. I don't drink. I don't drink.
But so everyone can see.
Of course, everybody can see it.
Okay. So now you're drinking, you're not getting a job. When do people at home start getting worried? Because I know for you by that time you are just like, as long as I can drink, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I start to suggest to them, let's what? Let me work with you, Mom. Let me work with you, Sheila, my sister.
Your sister, yeah.
Yeah, she was in MTN that time. I would tell her, you give me some gigs. You people are not helping me. So I start to blame them.
You start to blame them.
Yes, I tell them that you people are not helping me. So they get me a Simba Telecom. I mean, not a Simba Telecom.
Welcome back to Mind Matters. I'm here today with Sheila. Pamela. Sorry. May I not be fined for that big mistake or small. Yeah, I'm here today with Pamela Patience Kangwagye, a friend of mine. Had we ever shared a drink together, by the way?
I used to meet you at Tinder.
Publicom, next to MTN.
Yeah, when Jonah was still alive.
Yes, may he rest in peace.
Guys.
Where is everybody anyway?
I don't know where they are. It
was wild.
The whole group disintegrated. Even the shop also died.
Yes.
I don't know if the guy who used to sell us alcohol is still alive. I don't know. What was his name, that Muchiga man?
I don't remember. I think my memory is
But you also used to come just in the evening when you're already lit.
Yes.
And then I'll have already gone home sometimes.
Yeah, somehow we missed each other.
We always missed
God
each other.
God knew. He's like, if these two get together, there will be problems in this world. So yes, I'm here with Sheila. I'd better remove that name from my head. With Pamela Kangwagye Patience, who has suffered with alcoholism, and she recovered. She is now the CEO and founder of
Sunflower
Meadows Care, which does?
We are a consultancy of addiction and family interventions.
Yes.
We help you understand the situation and use the best course of action.
Yes.
I have lists of different rehabilitation centers and specialists who I can refer you to in case of your problem, but I do the primary consultation and counseling so that I can break any reservations that you have in seeking treatment for your loved one.
Very good. And your story is actually showing us why you're doing all that. I like telling people that whatever I'm doing in the mental health world is because I don't wish anybody to suffer what I suffered.
Yes.
Otherwise, I would just keep my story to myself and go about my business.
Of course.
But it is such a difficult thing for both families and for the person to understand. And so, you doing this, we are going to go back to your story. Here you are. You are a university graduate. You finished university, and after finishing university, instead of looking for jobs, you are spending the whole day drinking. They sent me to go to university. And instead of going to I was abroad, I was out of the country. So they would give me money to go to the university to first study language and all that. And I would stop on the way, go meet my buddies, we drink, I come back also in the evening. I don't know if and I was in a different country. It's the same here, it's the same wherever you may be. And they thought there was progress until eventually they realized, but you're not bringing us anything solid, paperwork or anything. Then I go and try and forge. In your case, here you are, university. They expect you to be an adult and understand what life is.
Of course.
What was going on?
I really can't pin out anything. I lacked self-motivation. I just thought that life is what it is.
Okay.
At that point, and what it was drinking and hanging out with friends. So that was my epitome of life, my description of what life was about. I wasn't motivated by anything. I would see people who would come today, they are different. They come today, then tomorrow they are talking about big things. But it never interested me in that way because I was always like, really, what's the purpose of this whole thing?
Yes. But what did you think about, in your mind, you didn't think maybe I need a job to get money to live?
I know.
Yes.
That didn't really cross my mind. I just knew I would do these small gigs, and I just needed
Whatever
enough.
I get,
I just needed enough
to party.
to have a drink and party.
Okay.
That was where I was working. Actually, when they say that you work for alcohol,
Yes.
you spend your waking moments thinking about alcohol and
Yes.
drugs and partying and what. That is how I was. I could not think about anything, not even buying a gift or anything.
Even clothes.
Nothing.
Should we say that it was because you were getting them from somewhere?
You never know.
I mean, you had a home to stay.
Yes.
They would give you clothes. I'm sure
But
your sisters, your parents.
Even when the home now had been told that no more coming home when you're drunk, so I decided to go be there and try to do it on my own. And even when I knew that I had to look for rent to share with my friend in her apartment, still somehow, somewhere, I was never that motivated like
Yes.
I am today. I didn't have any purpose.
From where you've reached now, or going back, how do you understand what was wrong with you? What was happening with your brain or your thinking process?
I was just, like they say, it's a disease.
Yes.
It's a true disease because you see your life becoming unmanageable,
Yes.
and there's nothing you can do about
Nothing.
it.
And you don't even understand it.
And that's how you perceive it. That's the road I'm taking.
Yes.
And you guys deal with it if you want to accept it the way you want to. It's up to you, because I used to tell my family members countless times that this is who I am.
Okay.
Why don't you just accept me for who I am and
Yes.
count this thing? Done. But they never gave up.
They never gave up. They're like, you're not good.
There's something deeper into this girl. This can't be her life.
Yes.
This can't be her life.
Okay. So now you continue after university, things are failing.
Yeah.
When did they get to the breaking point?
When I applied for a certain job and I just got disappointed and said, I'm done with applying for jobs.
Okay.
I'm done with applying for jobs. I'd wanted to work in Compassion, Uganda. Imagine a drunkard working in a I didn't even think of it that way. But I think I liked the word compassion because I felt like it's something I can do genuinely from my heart, because I'm a very compassionate person.
Yes.
I have one of the qualities I possess is compassion and love. I love others
Yes.
and myself. So compassion really struck to me, and I used to read up about it.
Yes.
When I look back at my notes, I see my applications to compassion, and I really wanted to be somebody who could help people, but I just didn't know how to reach there. So
Yes.
I had a big block, but I didn't think it was the alcohol. I thought alcohol was my solution to my stress and failing to reach my goals.
Yes.
You know how you think that, this is, at least when I drink this, my goals don't look so far away.
Yes.
Yet,
consolation.
Yes, yet they were the ones pushing them. They were the ones making me not
making it even worse.
Yeah. And for me to come to that realization that it was alcohol causing me this this betrayal, I was, first of all, so angry with alcohol that I kept drinking.
Yes.
Because I was angry with it, I drank it even
You drink more. We like to say that when you you drink for every reason. When you're unhappy, you drink to be happy. When you're happy, you drink because you're not happy enough.
Yeah.
When you're sad, you drink. When you're anxious, you drink. When you're feeling depressed, you drink. Everything is a reason to
drink.
Yes. And then now the tolerance develops.
Yes, because now I was so angry with alcohol. So whenever I would drink, now it got out of control.
Okay.
So whenever I would drink cussing alcohol.
Okay.
Yet I can't let it go. So it became a toxic relationship.
Yes.
Whereby I don't like you, but I'm still with you.
Yes.
It's you I seek out all the time. I don't want you. You cause me all these problems, but then When I need comfort again, I come to you.
You go back to the very thing that's destroying you.
So I had a child now by that time.
Okay.
So I also chose alcohol before my child. Before my relationship. Basically, it was before everything. Everything, because I thought I could deal with alcohol on a level of understanding that, you see, you cause me problems. So why don't you leave me alone? But that's not how alcohol plays. Alcohol plays to win.
I know.
It plays to win.
And somebody will ask, but you're the one putting it in your mouth.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to explain it. Is there a better way you can explain it?
I also can't explain it. It's just that it has this captivating grip of all your body functions, your mind, your spirit, your soul, your emotions, and everything. That it makes you understand that it is the solution.
Yes.
Yet it is not. It is not.
Basically, you're confused.
And unless you accept it to take over, it's only when you can realize all this.
Yes.
So that's why you have to admit that you can't control
that you're
this
not,
thing.
You're powerless over it, basically.
It's not a match for you. When you concede that it's not a match for you, there are some arguments. Have you ever argued with a friend and then you're arguing, then you tell yourself, but
why am I wasting time?
Yeah, it's not my argument to win. And you let it go.
Yes.
That's what alcohol does to you. But now with this alcohol, you're not dealing with something you see. It's something in your mind.
In your mind.
So now you're defeating yourself. So you're telling yourself that I'm defeated and that you don't want to be defeated.
You don't want. So now, here you are. You are feeling defeated. You want to change. You're not changing. Your family members are telling you to change, but you still feel you still can't.
Yes.
How do you explain it to them?
I just left the rehabilitation center to explain.
Okay, let's go there now. How did they first take you to rehab? Or how did you first go to rehab, and when was this? At what point in time?
I went to rehab 2012. The first time I went to rehab 2012. I had, that time I had my son. I gave birth to my son in 2010.
Okay.
And 2010 I was still using.
Yes.
But fortunately the father of my child, for him, he had gone through the process that I was almost ready to embark on now.
Okay.
For him now, he could notice, he identified all characteristics of an addict. But I could not accept. I even thought he was just jealous of me because
of you and your lifestyle. Yes. And he couldn't.
Yeah, I was like, you're just jealous.
Yes.
Because for you can't manage it. Now you're trying to impose your ideas on me.
Yes.
Please give me a break. So that was our argument ever with him. He was always telling me, you're an addict. I'm like, no. For you, if you can't manage,
that's your business.
That's your business. You're just weak. Just accept you're weak. And for me, I'm strong.
So you had your argument.
And it was valid.
It was valid for you.
Yes, at that time. It was so valid for me because I was convinced beyond reasonable doubt that for you, if you can't manage, me, I can manage.
Okay.
Despite all these consequences that I was seeing it accumulate,
yes,
I kept saying that, no, I can't be defeated.
Yes.
So I was in an internal battle with myself.
Now, how did it happen?
So now, of course, he just saw me going to waste and just approached my parents.
Okay.
And explained to them, because he saw that this one, she will never get it.
She'll not get it.
So let me talk to the parents. So he tried to explain to my mom about addiction and what. Of course, my mom was like, nah, that girl is just playing games.
Okay.
She's just being stubborn. She's been like that from way back. She will sort herself out.
So they didn't think it was serious.
So he said, okay, let me front the first month of Then when you guys see a change in her, you can add
can
the
join.
2 more months.
Okay.
So my mom was like, well, do whatever you please. You're wasting your money. This chick is like that.
Yes.
That's how she is.
So they did what? They bundled you up?
No, then he told her to just do one thing. Command me
Okay.
to go.
To go to treatment?
Yes, because of course I respected and feared my mom very, very much. In fact, one time when we were in one of the counseling sessions, and I was telling the counselor in Butabika that I fear my mother very, very much. That's why I can't talk to her. Then she asked me a question that if you fear me so much, why do you keep drinking when I tell you to stop?
Yes.
So because when you fear someone, you really stop doing what they don't like.
Yes.
So that thing played with my head because I was like, why do I fear her so much, but I still can't stop drinking out of fear for her? So that's when I started to realize that there is something wrong with me.
It's more than just the catches the eye.
Because something I fear, I will stop it immediately.
Yeah.
But why am I continuing to make havoc?
The same mistake over and over again.
Yes.
So she commands you to go to treatment?
Yeah, she says, come and we go. Now, we'll look after your son.
Okay.
Remember, I had my 2-year-old baby.
Yes.
We'll look after him. Just spend 3 months and we clear these arguments.
Okay.
So I went to Serenity Center. Going to Serenity Center, I found people like me who are also struggling.
Okay.
And now who are honest and speaking about it outrightly that, I did this, I did that. I was like, what?
You're not clicking them.
Yeah, you're not blaming your family members.
For forcing you into this place.
Forcing you into this place and making you have ultimatums, taking your child away from you. Because I looked at everything outside myself.
And it felt unfair.
It was so unfair.
Yes.
And I kept telling guys that, you see, we are the ones suffering here.
We are the victims.
Enjoying.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Early recovery is early treatment is not early recovery, early treatment.
It is very complex.
Especially when you have an idea that you're in the right.
Yes.
And breaking it is very difficult.
It's very difficult and it's hard to imagine when you say these people, be like, how can't you see it? Because people are usually looking at the physical part of the person. When they see the physical being, you are mature.
Yes.
So they are saying what you look like is supposed to be what you are doing.
Yes.
What's the difference between looking mature and being mature and also suffering from a disease?
Of course.
The disease of alcoholism.
There's a very big thing because being mature physically doesn't mean that you're mentally mature.
Yes.
And then when you're suffering from addiction, you're both mentally and physically. You look mentally and physically mature, but yet both of them, you're nothing.
Zero. Because now before you start drinking, for instance, you're normal.
Yes.
You acknowledge problems, you look at things critically.
Yes.
Then the moment you use, things change.
Yes, they do.
And then how do people look at that?
They start thinking that either you're rebellious or you're starting to have lugezi.
You're big-headed.
Asking too many questions, wondering, not listening to what the plan is all about.
Yes.
Because remember, you've made decisions that are contrary from what others believe are okay.
This is Mind Matters on Stream UG Radio that comes to you every Sunday from 10 a.m. to midday with Bill Bekunda. Today, I have a guest, Pamela Patience Kangwagye. What we are talking about today is fulfillment after trauma. I will call it trauma. Going through a substance use disorder is traumatic. We have had Pamela's story. So far, she has talked about, growing up as a young child. They moved around a lot. Her father worked on foreign missions, and then she had low self-esteem. How she engaged in her first use of alcohol, and interestingly, they had observed that their cook, the cook of their school in senior 4 had a drinking problem, and so they used it they used that situation to make him get them a bottle, which got them into trouble. When she went into her A-levels, again, she used that experience to try and to get more alcohol, which got her expelled and into another school where she had a lot of freedom. And that freedom allowed her to use more and more. She went to university. It was difficult for a while. She moved from one place to another until she finally settled somewhere in Makerere University. But all that went along with drinking. We got to a point where she had started realizing she has a problem, but she didn't get it. So she started she started drinking with what? What did you call it? Drinking with anger for the drink itself, you know?
I started drinking with anger because at the end of the day, I was so angry because I could realize that this alcohol is taking over.
Yes.
It's taking over, and I know it's taking over, but then there's nothing I can do about it.
Yes. You feel that you're losing and you don't know what to do about it.
Of everything, and you try to honestly tell family members that you're they forgive you because you also don't know what's happening.
You don't know.
But they can't believe you because they're like, but you're the one who goes and picks that alcohol, drinks it. And then after that, you start telling us you're sorry.
Exactly. And I've had those words myself, you know. It's hard to imagine. But I mean, if you are in the same shoes, you'd still be like, but really?
Yeah.
I mean, without the expert advice that you already know.
Yes.
So here she is. She has been taken into rehabilitation by the commanding decision of her mother, of whom she used to wonder. But she started to wonder, but if I really fear and respect my mother this much, why don't I fear and respect her enough not to drink? Which is a question that if you have somebody who is suffering from a substance use disorder, the use of alcohol or other drugs, whether narcotics, pharmaceutical, opioids or other, you need to also understand that it is beyond simply what you think. It is not what we see. It has got an explanation. There is a lot of science behind it, and there is help, and professional help is the best way to go. So here we are. This is the first time in rehabilitation.
And you know what encouraged me in rehabilitation?
Yes.
Is there's a gentleman called Tendo Kakwa. He came to visit a relative of his. So I had been seeing this man, and he was a socialite. And I thought everything at his place was happiness and all. And here he is coming to visit a relative.
Yes.
To also understand what had gone wrong with his what? With his loved cousin brother.
Yes.
And when I opened up to him and I told him, oh my goodness, my whole family is so angry with me. And they're basically so, they don't want to talk to me. Then he woke me up and told me, why would they be angry with you when you're trying to do something about your problem?
Yes.
Why would someone be so ashamed of you because you're trying to sort out this issue that has been bothering you in a very healthier way? And that's when it hit me. And that's when I started to see everybody at the rehabilitation center as winners, not losers.
Yes.
Because I thought we were losers inside there.
True, I get it.
Yeah, and rightly so. Until he told me that no, you're actually winners, because there are 1,000 people out there who have this problem but don't have the courage to come and sort it out and face it head on. So that's when my perception and attitude towards treatment changed.
It's changed.
And I started embarking on the journey of recovery.
Okay. So you were there, you finished the 3 months, I presume?
Yes.
Then you come out.
I come out, but of course, to me it wasn't easy to get this thing quickly.
Yes.
Because I still had self-defeating characteristics of lies, dishonesty, secrecy.
Yes.
And still wanting to hang out with my old buddies. And still trying to, mistaken identity, be an imposter within myself. So I didn't want people to know I actually have a drinking problem.
Okay. So you have come out of treatment, but you don't want people to know.
Knowing that I have a drinking problem, but I don't want people to know I have a drinking problem.
All right.
Because I'm ashamed.
Yes.
I'm ashamed of having a drinking problem. Because I thought I didn't.
Okay. So now so what do? You come out, you start hiding.
I first hide. I first hide a little bit. But when you're not well equipped with the right support system, and we forget that we are addicts. And that's one thing parents and loved ones and caretakers need to understand, that we forget.
Yes.
We forget that that this problem was there in the beginning.
Yes.
So one day you pick up, because it's some habits that you've been using to solve problems. Remember, alcohol is not the problem. To us, it's the solution.
It is the solution, yes.
So now when I start facing stressful situations or anxiety or disappointments that are mimicking my past events, I run to
alcohol.
The solution that I had.
Which is the substance you're using.
Yes.
And so now, how long did you spend out of
now that treatment? This time when I got out of rehab, I didn't run to alcohol. I ran to a harder drug. Which I thought would hide, because alcohol, is evident. Everyone can smell it.
They can smell it.
So I went to something that was less evident.
Yes.
So I went to Class A drugs.
Okay.
So when I went to Class A drugs, those are the DINs, the codeine, cocaine, those ones.
Okay.
So I go to the Class A drugs so that I can take it.
Yes.
And see how I can control that one.
So you didn't want to stop getting high?
No.
You just wanted to get rid of the alcohol?
For me, I thought alcohol was my problem.
The problem.
Not
anything else. Okay.
So now, by the way, that's where the knowledge now started to come in, because now I realize that I'm an all-round addict.
Yes.
I'm not just alcohol, not just cigarettes, not just these other Class A drugs, but everything I try to run to in solace of helping me emotionally and spiritually, I will become addicted to it.
Okay.
And it will cause me problems.
So you are on these Class A drugs. You mentioned one, codeine, and it's majorly it's a cough syrup.
Yes.
And I've mentioned it to a parent before, when I told the parent that your son is addicted to codeine and it's a terrible. He says, no, I buy it for him myself. I was just wondering why he overdoes it. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand these things. They think, most especially parents don't even think there are things like cocaine available in this country, or heroin.
Yes, or heroin.
They think there are things for the movies. Yes. How they are there, you mean? They are there?
Yes, they are there in circulation.
How prevalent are they?
They are there in every ghetto in Uganda. You can go to Kitgum, you'll find it. You can go to Arua, you'll find it. You can go to Kabale, you'll find it.
Yes.
You can go to... It's all over the world, all over
the country.
This country, Uganda.
Even in our rural towns. It's not just here.
And they see you and they know that this one can afford this. And and since we have bus transport system, it becomes easier.
The delivery.
Because where the base is in the city center, where the buses are. So someone can just put a package on the bus
and it will
be delivered to Kabale, and the person who wants those drugs will get them from the bus, pay like 50,000 for delivery, and sell those things to the children there.
So it is everywhere. It's not
everywhere.
Here. How were you introduced to those the alternative to alcohol? Okay,
I got into I started owning a band. Okay. A reggae band. So in those
reggae
band
seems like weed to me now.
Yeah, that took me to Kawalagala Kansanga, because that's where the musicians hubs are.
Yes.
Where you find all the wannabe musicians, people who want to make it in life.
Yes.
Because there are recording studios there. There are a lot of recording studios in Kawalagala Kansanga. So we go there, me and my friend, and we start up a 10-man band.
Okay.
And we have to look for artists.
Yes.
So we meet an artist who was taking these drugs. And when he would sing he'd say that if he doesn't take them, he can't sing.
Yes.
So when he takes them, he sings
He's
very
able
well.
to sing well.
So I was inquisitive to say that, then he's like, it doesn't even smell. He gave me the pros,
Yes.
but forgot to give me the cons.
Yes, as they always do.
So when I had the pros, I was like, hey, you can take it without it smelling.
Yes. This is it.
This
And
is
you
where
were
I'm
sober at
going.
the time?
Yes, I was totally sober. But I think something about my sobriety was not healthy.
Yes.
I think I just still didn't believe that I should be there without being intoxicated.
Yeah, well, you already mentioned that you kept hanging around people, places,
and things
and
that,
situations that.
Yeah, I didn't accept that I was supposed to live a change a lifestyle.
Change a lifestyle.
I needed to change a lifestyle.
You didn't even believe that you were vulnerable
to relapsing.
So you're with this artist. You started the band, or
we started the band. So in rehearsal time, of course, it's going around he would roll it, he would sprinkle it on weed, and then he would roll it around. So we roll it around, we smoke. So now I got addicted to that.
And it was going well.
It was going well at the beginning, but
yes.
of course, as the addictive nature,
how long did it last?
Not enough. It lasted for, I think, I stayed in that thing for like 2 years.
2 years.
2.5 years.
Still rolling joints and.
But now, of course, I no longer. The band died.
The band died,
and I stayed with that habit.
Okay. So now, what is the family saying?
Weight. Now I disappeared from home, of course, because I had disappointed them.
Oh yes, I remember there was a time people were looking for you.
Yeah.
And where were you? If you can disclose.
I was around town. I was around town.
Yes.
I was around town.
Yes.
Just there in those normal places where you hide.
Where you
when
hide.
You don't want society to
find you.
To find you.
Yes.
So yeah.
So 2 years. What happened now?
But you know how that area is.
I know.
You know how that area is. It's very captivating and it can hide you.
Yes.
For a couple of years without no one seeing you. So, yeah.
So you are in that world, and we call it the underground.
Yeah, Kabalagala, Kansanga. There are people who don't ask questions and who don't care who
they don't care. After all, there are many foreigners there. It's
a mixture of whoever.
Yes.
So they expect everybody to be responsible.
Yeah. So now 2 years pass, you're lost in this.
I'm lost in the city.
How do you survive that?
I had to become friends with so many people. I targeted people who like askaris, who can protect, who can keep you safe.
Okay.
I targeted people who owned ghettos, like the owners of the ghettos, so that I can have easy access to whatever I needed.
Okay.
I targeted some taxi drivers so that they could be able to give me a lift wherever I needed to go. Yeah, transportation without paying money.
Okay.
So, just being able to be of service.
You were really, it was good planning as well.
Yeah, because I realized that if I don't, and I had a lady, Nalongo, her son also was in this whole thing. So he told me about his mother, that she gives him food. So I would escort him to the mother, greet the mother, and then they give us food together.
Basically, this thing survives also on thinking. People who suffer addictions are clever people.
Yes,
they know how to survive.
Yeah.
Only that we are surviving the wrong way.
Yeah, we are surviving the wrong way, but we are surviving. Yeah. And
so
to some extent, I guess it's a matter of whether you want to live or die.
True. Now you have spent 2 years in this ghetto.
Yes.
Or
up and down
in those
from Nalongo all those 2 years without paying 1 shilling.
Are you paying her back slowly? Or you have forgotten her now?
No, I'm not forgotten.
You should be giving her monthly tithe.
But sometimes, like when I go downtown and I pass by her, she's just happy that I'm okay.
Yes,
she just keeps telling everybody who sits near her that this girl, It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, she just gets, and I give her like 50K, and I tell her, Gula soda. She's like, Tewandi mpadena sente kubanga you are dead. For her, she thought I would die.
I know.
She thought I would have died. If she hadn't, even she tells her neighbors that if I hadn't fed these people, I don't know where they would be.
You were not alone. You were not alone.
With her son.
With her son, yes.
And her son passed away, unfortunately.
Oh dear. How long ago was that?
Before COVID.
Before COVID.
Yeah, he overindulged and got into pneumonia.
You are a miracle.
So whenever she sees me, whenever I pass there, she even cries and remembers her son.
Yes.
And meanwhile, her son was, if it wasn't for that, we would have never met in life.
I imagine.
Because he was from a different area of town, different world from what world I had grown up in.
The way things happen in life. Anyhow, may his soul rest in peace, and we are glad that God has allowed you to come to this point. It's by His grace. So you have come out of. You are still struggling in that life.
Yes.
How did you get out of it this time?
So now this time, of course, now remember the first time I entered rehabilitation center. This is now after the first rehabilitation center.
Yes.
So I learned about certain 12-step support groups.
On your own?
No, from the center.
Okay.
From the rehabilitation center.
Before, yes.
Then. So I was inquisitive to know, and I had some of them, the members of those 12-step programs would come to the rehabilitation center and talk to us and tell us about their lives.
Yes.
And one of the members was one guy I used to also use with when I was in Kangwagye ghetto. So I was so surprised that he had become very clean and sober, and he was telling us stories about how it's possible to stay clean.
Okay.
So
not Miggy D by any chance?
Of course, that one.
Miggy D, my hero. Yes.
That's the one.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was quite a shocking thing, and I managed to get through. And they came for me. They came to look for me.
Okay.
They went first of all and started talking. I think even you, Bill, my sister has ever come to you telling you, please save this girl.
I was in the crew.
Yes, please save this girl.
Yes.
And that's the beauty about this life that we live in sobriety. You make friends who actually can know your problem and can tackle it in the way that you want, you as the addict.
Yes.
They're not going to judge you. They're not going to, because they know.
Yes.
They know what's going on.
Yes.
And thanks to you guys actually talking to my mom, because this time it was the last straw.
Yes.
So they said, what are we going to do for this girl? 2 years she's not been with us. She doesn't even care. They had all these stories in their heads.
Yes.
Yet for me, I was struggling. And when they came to you guys and you explained to them that you can't give up on this girl.
No, you can't. Yeah.
She still has something in her. And that's how I managed to get some help. And I was brought back to the line of this recovery journey.
Okay. So how did you accept it then?
When the people I had seen came for me and told me, it's now you see this is a problem.
Exactly.
It's not only alcohol. You have to deal with everything.
Yes.
And of course I resisted a little bit, but then they told me, at least understand that this is not just alcohol.
Yes.
And that's how I started to open up my mind and get some knowledge about what addiction is really all about.
So is this in a treatment center again?
Yes, of course. I went back to a treatment center. This time I went to Butavika Hospital.
Okay.
So
and how long? People don't understand how Butavika works. They think people are there on full enjoy, smoking, drinking. It's a party.
No, Butavika is a hospital that deals with these extreme cases.
Yes.
Like I had lost so much weight. I was dehydrated. I was so thin. The only big thing on myself was my dreadlocks. That time I had dreadlocks. I didn't have even the courage to cut the hair because I couldn't maintain it. So I just let it grow into dreadlocks. So I had become an extreme case. And a Uganda Referral Hospital was the only place I could go to for thorough detox.
Yes.
because they give serious medical detox.
Yes.
And I had to flush all these drugs out of my system.
And the good thing is that you are willing. So
yes, I knew the solution now.
Yeah. So now you finish with Butabika, and then
now I go to India.
That's when you went to India to study.
That's when I go to India to study.
What did you go to study there?
I went to study de-addiction and guidance counseling.
Okay.
Yes.
So you reached there, you finished. Did you land on any drugs in India?
No.
Or groups? Or
Nothing completely. I was clean. I was so active and actually this passion for helping people outside treatment centers came from India, because I went to so many places where after they discharge you, you're left on your own to fend for it, and you don't know what to do because you're so used. So the drugs keeping you keep going in and out until you die.
Yes.
So I realized that we have a very, very, very big gap between the treatment center and society.
Yes.
So in between there, and actually you also made a halfway house one time. I was really happy with you because that concept really helps people who come from rehab and then want to reintegrate themselves into society. So we have the same mindset.
Yes.
We are dealing with people outside the
outside of it.
centers.
Yeah, because treatment on its own is not enough.
No,
it is not final.
No.
You know, there is continuity. So you go to India, you come back
get all
with
this
your
information and everything.
papers and everything.
And that's where we meet at Bina.
Yes. So you come back to Kampala.
Yes, and I find you people have been working.
Yeah, working
setting
still.
up, putting the footwork, trying to do the documents, trying to make this issue known to the public.
Yes.
So I join you a little bit, and then after that, that's when you started Sudu.
Yes, the Stop Underage Drinking
Drinking campaign. I joined you in that also. Then we did the recovery walk.
Yes.
So I started to understand that this is more than I thought.
Exactly.
It's not just about drinking and about me. It's about actually investing time to do something so that this thing changes people's mindsets.
Yes.
Because it's a mindset thing.
True.
Drinking is a mindset thing. You drink thinking you can solve problems, but in other words, you're causing more.
Exactly. Yeah. So now this is the journey. So from then on you move?
Then when I move, I forward. But because of the fact that I hadn't dealt with disappointment and frustration and things not going my way, because as an addict, I need immediate gratification. I thought I had put in the time and I needed to see immediate results.
Yes.
But unfortunately, that's not how Uganda works.
That's not how it works. Yes.
This is not how Uganda works. Uganda will first put you down a little bit and tell you that if you can rise from the ashes, we are here to receive you. But if you can't, then stay down there.
Yes.
So I got frustrated and I relapsed around after COVID.
Yes.
Just straight after COVID.
Yes. What happened then? How did your family, especially the family, how did they take it?
You know, that time there was an epidemic. We had just lost our sister.
Yes.
Our firstborn. And then COVID. The family was also a bit disintegrated with the loss of my sister. So it was a shock.
Okay.
So as an addict, I found an excuse to deal with my emotions. So I just went back.
Okay. Did you think like it was going to be temporary?
Yes, I thought it was just for that time.
Yes.
But unfortunately, I couldn't stop.
That's the problem with the addiction. You'll always feel this time I'm going to handle it. But it's like sleeping. When you start falling, you cannot stop yourself when you're halfway. So now you fall, and then what happens?
And my sisters are like, Pam, you know this. You know your problem. It's not like you don't know.
Yes.
You've been through it more than once.
You've studied.
it.
You've
been helping people.
You've lived it.
You've been with the Bills, the Alberts, the Four Uganda, this. So what is it that really is the problem?
Now there is total confusion in the home.
Yes. what is the problem? You can't say that you're mourning Nancy more than everybody else.
Yes.
And besides, she's also been Nancy was also on this journey of trying to get you better.
Yes.
So
in honor of her, surely.
Yeah, you would have not just picked up.
Yes.
And somehow they made sense, but
it couldn't stop you.
It just didn't. And I knew.
Yes.
I knew. It's like you're trapped in your own mind. You know the answer, but you can't just execute. You can't jump from thought to action. There's a big building
exactly
that you need to break down so that you can transition from thought to action. And because the emotions and the thoughts were in sync, but the action,
impossible. It's like when you're dreaming and you want to do something, but you find you can't move. Yeah, so here we are. Now you're stuck. Did they give up finally?
They just said, let's dump this girl in the rehab for a year. Maybe she can get from thought to action from there. Because
so they got you by force now?
Yeah, this time they got me by force.
Police what?
No. This time it was not even by police or anything. My legs, I couldn't walk.
Oh my God.
So I was under their mercy.
You couldn't move? You were like paralyzed as if?
Yes, I couldn't walk. I was paralyzed from the waist down.
Wow.
I was struck with fear. Because I just couldn't do anything.
Yes.
I was so physically stuck that telling me to walk and get out of hospital and do me was impossible.
I can imagine. So you can't walk now.
I can't walk.
And
I'm not using.
You're not using.
Because I'm not now drinking.
Because you can't go to eat anyway.
No. I'm not
God
drinking.
had put you in a position now
to surrender.
I'm in charge.
Completely.
I'm not laughing at you.
I know what you're laughing with me.
With you, yes. So
yeah.
They carried you and said you're going to be in treatment.
Yeah, I first went to the stroke rehabilitation center to see how I can get my stamina.
Oh, yes, that is on Gaza Road.
Yeah.
Yes.
And but it was impossible. It was impossible. And so they said that it's her mind.
Okay.
I was so struck with fear because this addiction deals with fear.
Yes.
Fear is one of its allies.
Yes.
And I think the strongest ally, because resentment causes anger, fear, and all that.
Yes.
So I was so fearful to walk. So now I had to work on my mind and how to connect my body back together. So that whole year, I was working on it. I was working on myself. And without visitors, I didn't want to see anybody because now I had to take responsibility for everything.
You know, some people don't understand how bad it can actually get or how bad it actually gets. When somebody sees you now, they can think like, hey, you have lived a beautiful life. You know, healthy, smiling, happy, smart. But they don't know that at a certain point, you can't even stand up. You can't even move on your own. And
all you're thinking about is, why did I drink?
Why did I even?
I know the answers. Why can't I just get it?
Yes.
That I can't touch this thing.
That I should not. I cannot. And there is nothing I can do about it except not indulge.
Yeah.
So now you be there for a year?
Yeah, and then, of course, I start walking, I do some physiotherapy, I start walking, and then I start to realize that I have to deal with this thing. I have to accept that alcohol is no longer my game.
Yes. So you finally got it?
Yeah, after I had to mourn it. I had to mourn. I had a real lumbe. I mourned alcohol and all this lifestyle of drugs, and I turned my will and my life over to a care greater than me, and that's God. And all this obsession and this fight ceased to be mine anymore.
Yes.
It now went to another level, whereby I now know it's not my problem. all I have to do is work on it and not drink, and then life will be okay for me.
You know, at this point, what do you have to tell to families of those who have somebody who is going through these phases? You know, if we can talk about the number of years, how many years are these we are talking about?
Oh, these are like 20 years.
20 years dealing with one problem.
Dealing with one problem.
There
in, out. It never goes away.
Yes, there are some people who have only just started dealing with it probably for 3 years, and they feel it's the end. What do you have to tell them?
I tell them, first of all, what I tell them is that it's a progressive disease.
Yes.
And if not handled with thorough seriousness, it is going to continue to be a problem.
Yes.
Because some people think that it stops at taking someone for treatment. But no, that person has to completely change their lives. Completely. A 360-degree change of lifestyle.
Yes.
The way you think, the way you relate, the way you conduct yourself. Because even the smallest self-doubt can cause you to relapse.
Yes.
Because it grows so quickly, because your body is already used to the kind of thoughts you are giving yourself.
Yes.
So it takes a little thing just to open that door, and then they start gushing back, and then you see someone can commit suicide.
Yes.
Someone can easily just leave the home because of these things. So you have to continue working on yourself and reminding yourself that for you, this thing is not your game. You have to leave it alone.
Yes. So there is no giving up, because if they had given up, you'd still be somewhere in Ubakuli, maybe.
I know I would be dead.
Or dead.
Yeah.
Well, you're still alive.
Yes, and I thank God. I thank God for that.
The thing I usually say is that if you're still alive now and you had continued, you'd be alive. But the shape you'd be in, it would be scary, you know, progressing. So now this, I think, we don't want to traumatize people with too much fear of, because I think we instill fear in people sometimes when you talk about the length of time, when you talk about the kind of things that you've been through. But there are some people who are going through different phases, and there are some who don't think it can happen, and they be like, you know what, that one will somehow change. This now eventually led you to start the Sunflower Meadows Care.
Yeah, where I can talk to parents, those ones of 3 years who have been in and out of it for 3 years and are starting to get tired, and say that, will this person really change?
Yes.
Because this addiction is something that will force family members to take you for who you are.
Yes.
Because they get tired.
They do.
So if you don't have a strong family members who have values for them that run their lives, not just personalities or ideals. These are true values that they've seen over years and years and have worked.
Yes.
And you're not going to change the way they are being perceived by society.
Yes.
So there are some families whereby for them, they will not stop until the true you comes out.
Yes.
Then there are other families who will be like, this person, let me just wait and to bury them.
Yes.
And that's where some parents go wrong, because I'm a living testimony and evidence that treatment works.
It works.
And aftercare also works.
Yes.
But you just have to be open-minded to it and allow it to work for your relative.
Yes.
Because the support that we need when we leave treatment is so more than the support you give us when we are in treatment. Because in treatment we are away, so we are no longer your problem. We are the center's problem.
For a while.
But when we get out after those 3 months, that 1 year, again, the support that we were receiving needs to have continuation, or else someone will forget, and then they'll go back to the old habits that they used to use.
Yes, they might even not forget, but it could be a small accident. Unfortunately, you see, there is somebody I was dealing with, and they went to a party. Someone also tried to prank me one time by putting some waragi in my drink.
What?
And I was like, as soon as I was lifting the glass, I smell, I'm like, so I put it back and guys keep waiting. Then they start laughing. Then they're like, hey, but you guy, your nose is for World Cup. I'm like, these are not jokes, my friend.
These are not jokes.
But I know it has happened to someone who was hanging out and
they pranked him.
They pranked him. They spiked his drink. He got blazed, and that was it. He fell back into the cycle. Of course, when that happens, the family will blame you. Your friends will blame you. Even the same people that gave it to you, and you'll blame yourself.
Because now you're saying, how reckless could I have been?
Yes.
To allow these people to trick me.
If you ever even find out anyway,
Yeah.
So we are saying that there is a lot of work that needs to be done. And this is where now we are saying we can't continue talking about the problem. I'm glad you're doing something practical to help people. What's your vision? What's your vision to help with this problem and the target of people you have identified?
So my vision, basically, first of all, I want to encourage peer-to-peer groups. Lived experience is very, very, very powerful.
Yes.
More than you understand. Because if Bill hadn't opted to tell you what exactly he went through,
yes,
how many people have been who are hearing us right today are going to be encouraged and say, okay, I have this problem, but it's manageable.
Yes.
I can manage it if I'm willing to embark on this journey.
Yes.
Not everybody. There are some people who don't end up in rehab.
Yes.
Who are lucky and saved by the bell before the rehab door starts knocking.
True. Very true.
Then there are others who go the whole 9 yards and then they do rehab like 4 or 5 times, but still come out ready to face what? Society.
Yes.
So for me, what I'm trying to say is let us be open about these conversations. Let's tell our friends when they're in bars, because for me, sometimes people ask me, why don't you drink? I tell them, because it has no purpose anymore in my life.
Yes.
It's not that I never used to drink, and it's not like I never used to think it had purpose, but when I realized that it has no role it plays in my life anymore, I had to let it go, because I'm not going to waste time on something that is not going to give me purpose anymore.
And we also say that you don't have to be an alcoholic, because people fear labels. You don't have to be an alcoholic to need to stop.
Yes.
If it is affecting you in any way negative, then you need to consider. You know what I'm saying? How are you going to start reaching out? You've already started. How are you reaching out to people? How are you calling people? Because we need to call people boldly and say, this is Sunflower Meadows Care. This is what we are doing. How are you reaching out to people? So how do they know you are there?
So what I'm doing right now, since I'm still a child a baby, I just opened my organization last year in December.
Okay.
But what I'm doing is, over the years, I've accumulated a lot of networks with mental health advocates.
Yes.
So what I'm doing is partnering with the giants. And if you have an activity, if Gracie Minds has an activity, if TPO has an activity, or Strong Minds, or Safe Places, I come on board and I help, I work alongside you, learning from each other so that I get to enter and tap into, because you people have the hub of where people come to. I don't have a rehabilitation center, but I can interest you in an aftercare program whereby I will work alongside what you have been, your curriculum, since I'm well versed with the curriculum, and how to help them outside here. I know very many support groups that are out there doing the 12-step program, and I'm well acquainted with building Christian-based conversations whereby people talk about this thing in the biblical sense, because there are some people who think that it's a moral degradation, that you're morally corrupt if you drink alcohol to that point. But it's not. Me and Bill have morals. We were raised in Christian homes, but how come we decided to opt for the alcohol to solve our problems? So it's not only about your morality. It's also about your spiritual state of mind. What you understand about spirituality and why you actually do certain things. Because sometimes we find ourselves doing things and we don't even know why we are doing them. Peer pressure.
True.
I have my 15-year-old son. Sometimes I ask him, why did you do this? And he tells me, I don't know. And I'm like, how can you not know? And he tells me, Mommy, I don't.
Yes.
And I have to accept that he doesn't know. Because also they would ask me, my mom would ask me, why do you do it? And I'll tell her, I don't know. And she says, how don't you know? I said, I just don't know. Until she realized it's a connection between my thoughts and my actions.
True. There is one of our listeners here. He's called Uringi. Heard of him before?
Yes.
He's like, hey, shouts out to my girl, my sister, my OG, something. That he's listening into the show. And, you know, I've just been generalizing the questions. I'm still yet to master my art of being a radio presenter.
but you're doing a good job.
Yes, I try. Because you see, the thing is, we have to reach out to people. People need to know.
Mind Matters, the weekly check-in with Bill Bekunda on Stream UT Radio. Your life, your music.
Yes, this is Mind Matters on Stream UG Radio. We are at www.streamugradio.com. We are also available on Radio Garden app, UTV, Your TV channels app, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X at Stream UG Radio. Our WhatsApp line is +256 767 864 228. Our email is info@streamugradio.com. Basically, if you get Stream UG Radio, all small letters, you will not fail to get us on the web. For artists and anyone with stories or needs an interview to advertise, please feel free. Go to sales@streamugradio.com. We do have a promo where we are doing free advertising until the 30th of September 2025. We are here to talk about mental health every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. after the morning show, which is a gospel show with Lance. And there are more programs coming following. One of the programs is old school music, one of my favorites. I'm here in studio with Pamela Patience Kangwagye.
Yes.
It's a big name, by the way, and you know, you get some of the popularity from your dad, from your family,
my
and their
pretty
influence,
sisters,
and your pretty sisters as well, who are all over. Like I keep mentioning Sheila. I think she got stuck in my head. Yes, and you know, we are winding up. I mean, we have no time. You know, sometimes we think 2 hours is a long time, but it actually is a very short time. So as we wind up, I don't even know what exactly, because there are too many things to ask here, but someone has asked, where do they find you? How do they find you? Can you give them some information on that?
Okay, I'm based at Kangwagye.
Okay.
Yes, at the center, next to the Kabaka's station. Yes, it's Kangwagye Resort Center.
Okay.
I have my office inside there.
All right.
Just come to the gate and ask for Sunflower Meadows, ask for Pamela, and they will show you my office.
Okay.
That's where I sit.
The contacts?
My contacts are 076 0762 817-147.
I was going to say, you don't know your number?
Yeah, that's my number for WhatsApp also.
Okay.
So you can get in touch with me there.
Yes.
And I have a LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn as Pamela Kangwagye. Yes, please check me out on LinkedIn. There's all my activities, all my things that I do, the people I partner with, the people who we have like minds. And recently I was chanced to sit in a national dialogue about taking mental health to correctional service facilities like Luzira, Chigo, also Kangwagye. Actually, my office is also near the Kangwagye prison. So hopefully we shall get that chance to take these lived experiences and also help those who are in incarcerated because of misunderstandings of their alcohol use.
Exactly.
And the community thinks they are a nuisance.
Yes.
And then they arrest them and they are there under minister's orders without bail. Because their minds are still under the influence and they are still in denial, saying,
yes,
it wasn't me, it wasn't me.
You know, His Excellency, the President, one time told a story, and he says when they were in the bush, one of their members, one of the NRA, killed somebody in a community, and then when he called for a meeting for action, General Jim Muhezi mentioned something. He says, you can't judge this man because it's not him who killed the person. It's the alcohol.
It's the alcohol.
And they're like, what are you talking about? We are dealing with real issues here.
Yes.
I think with more awareness, people would understand such situations.
Yes, and such statements.
And
when
such
someone
statements
says
when
something
someone
like
says
that.
something like that.
But it is not the man, it's
not
the
man,
alcohol.
It's the alcohol in the man. And I used to use that as my defense, but people still didn't allow. Anyhow, there is a question here that has come in from Arnold, and he's saying that how did stigma or shame affect your journey before you chose recovery?
Oh, it affected me a lot because I wasn't, first of all, in family gatherings, I was never taken seriously because they were always like, she's drunk, or she's from being drunk, or she's hungover, because I was always in between those. Yeah, I was always in between those. Either I'm drunk or hungover or pissed. I want to drink, like that.
Yes.
So all my moods were always up and about. And of course, my relatives just saw me as a waste of space and waited for the day that maybe something comes out, positive or negative, but they were prepared for whatever comes out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your namesake, she's called Pamela. She said, hey, hi, Pam.
Hi.
Thank you so much. It's never easy. And, we are seeing these things in our families. So I want to know from you, what was the first step you took towards healing? Because you say you have been through so many treatments, and what was the first? It's a long one. What was the very first step you took toward healing?
Reconciliation, forgiveness.
Okay.
I had to, first of all, forgive myself for this whole facade I was acting out.
Yes.
This awful play I had enrolled in and acted it very badly, and I had to forgive myself for my poor acting techniques and all that. And from forgiving myself, I opened myself up to reasoning and accepting that I had hurt people around me. Because without forgiving myself, my pride could not allow me to believe that I had caused all this ruckus.
Yes.
So forgiveness was the first step.
It was the first step.
Yeah.
Forgiving both yourself and others.
And others.
Yes, another question. Who played the biggest role in pulling you through the storm? Okay.
Honestly, the father of my kid played the biggest role by showing me that
he doesn't want to be named.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a private man.
Yes.
But the father of my child, who we are not together anymore, but he played a very big role by showing me that there is a solution and there are ways we can handle this situation. So that's the person who opened the door.
Yes.
But I can't specify individuals. I think everyone who came into my life has been sent by God.
Yes.
And it's ultimately God who has allowed me to stay here.
Ultimately, God, seconded by the father of your child.
And all.
Do you think that it was biased just because he's taking care of his child as well, or? Of
course, every father would want the mother of their child to be sane and respectable, and because there was a point when I couldn't go to my son's school because the askari always knew I was high.
You were high. It was dangerous for the child.
So it affected them too, but. thank God he had gone through it. If he hadn't gone through this program, I don't think he would have been as understanding.
Yes, true.
As he has been.
Yes, and then looking back, what surprised you most about yourself during recovery?
That I was a people pleaser.
Yes.
I never thought I was. I thought I was just kind and helpful.
Yes.
But I realized that, and then also I also realized I was very indisciplined.
Yes.
And untrustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
I used to always, when I would drink, I would be like, I'm a very trustworthy woman. But I was never.
You are never. You were a snake in the green grass.
I was a snake in the green grass. Yeah, so that's what also surprised me. And also the fact that I can actually pray.
Yes.
Yeah, that surprised me also because I thought I could never pray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I think we'll have to reduce on these questions. One Edwin here is saying, thank you very much for this show. I really enjoy listening to you, Bill. But I want to find out from your guest, how has helping others healed you in return?
It's a miraculous experience. Until you're here, because in the rooms, they tell us that the rooms are those 12-step program rooms where we meet.
Yes.
They tell us that from helping another addict is when you stay sober for the longest time.
Yes.
I think it helps you remind yourself of how hopeless and desperate you were.
Yes.
And you see hope in someone that they don't see hope in themselves. So that's how it helps me.
Yes.
Seeing other people come out of it the way I did. And it's possible to give someone hope.
It is. And I like telling people that I believe for them before they believe even for themselves.
Yeah.
Because they look at someone and be like, this one will never make it. They are just trying their best, but they are not doing it with conviction that it can happen. Yes. Yet I'm looking at someone and saying, I was worse off than this person. Surely. I wish you could see me to know. Thank you, Pamela. We have just a few minutes left, and I think I'll just streamline to one question. I think I'll pick to someone listening right now who feels hopeless in addiction. What would you say?
I would say that, first of all, reach out for help. Reach out for help. Come to the nearest clinic. Now mental health services are all over.
Yeah, they're available.
So reach out